Valdez really stepped up today. I know Coach Strong's been challenging him. Just discuss the way Valdez played today.
Every day, Coach Strong mess with him every day. He come out before practice, and I always told him, Valdez, you got to be a dude. And, today he showed it. He one of them dudes that can play, and he came out, and I just gave him a chance every chance we got, and he made big plays for us.
Very close game at halftime. What was said in the locker room at halftime?
Offense, we just kept telling each other, we have to score. Just continue scoring, stay within the offense, and we'll, continue scoring. And that's what we did. We just kept scoring every chance we got, every possession, and we put up a lot of points.
Sunny day, complete opposite from what it was like 2 years ago when you were here. What do you remember from that game 2 years ago?
I remember I had came off an MCL injury while I was still on the NCL injury. I sprained it, and I was kind of nervous because I didn't want anything to happen to it. I was playing with a knee brace. But we came out to win, and that was the most wins that, I would say Sean Price had, and me and him was just standing there hugging each other at the time.
When it was 38-31, y'all were kind of in a shootout there. Did you kind of say to yourself, I've got to take things upon myself. This offense has to take things upon itself to pull away?
Yeah, that was a time too where I talked to myself and I told myself, I have to score. We have to score on offense. ECU is a good team, and you seen they was out there playing and they were scoring too. So, I just told myself, we have to score. We have to continue scoring, and our defense gonna come around. Our defense had us last week, and I felt like it was our time to show up on offense, and that's what we did today.
You mentioned on Tuesday how you wanted to work on your accuracy this week. How did you feel that you did in that area today? I
would say I hit everything. Every time I had a chance, I think I missed one ball when I overthrew Tyreek McCants on a bubble route. My feet wasn't set right, but at the end of the day, I think overall I did pretty well today.
Talk a little bit about the offensive line, over 300 yards rushing again. Kept you, I think you only had one sack.
Them guys, they just, kept telling the coach just hand it, let the running backs eat, and that's what you want out of O-line, guys that want to block for your running back and do whatever it takes to keep the chains moving. That's what they gave us today, so we had no choice but to keep it on the ground and let the backs do what they do best.
He's mentioned that to us.
Yeah, Coach Strong wants the best out of me, just like I challenge myself. So, when your head coach believes in you, he's going to keep pushing you forward, and he's done a great job of challenging me every day to be the best player on the field that I can be. So I feel like that's, pushed me and drive me to, take my game to the next level. And I still have room for improvement.
At halftime, it was a 7-point game at halftime. Mm-hmm. Did you guys, as an offense, say among yourselves, we got to go out and score, keep scoring?
Well, that's always our mentality. We never want to say, well, we got to just kill the clock. We want to score every possession that we get. So it wasn't like, oh, we got to keep scoring to outscore them. Nah, ECU is a very good offensive team. So they can score at will. We have a really good defense. For them to do what they did against our defense is impressive. But our mentality is we got to score every possession that we get the ball.
Walk us through the jet sweep.
It wasn't much to talk about, honestly. They were out leveraged, and Coach Gilbert said, well, let's give the ball to one of our fastest guys on the team, so let's make it happen. And that's what happened. We had great blocks on the perimeter, and I just did the rest.
Is that better than Rodney could have done it?
Nah, I think I did it better.
Can you just comment on just your running game in general? Almost 400 rushing yards today. What do you see?
We have a great O-line and really great backs, honestly. Those guys can play anywhere, so be able to rush for 400 yards is impressive anywhere you do it. So be able to run for 400 yards and be able to, do whatever we wanted to up front is really good for our O-line.
For you going into the bye week, what's one of your main focuses?
Just fixing the little things, just getting our bodies back healthy and, correcting the mistakes that we made, because no game is perfect. We still have a lot more room for improvement, left a lot of points on the field. So fixing the little things so we can keep, gaining those, big plays and, make our offense better.
Oh, I want to ask you one more thing. Your catch in the back of the end zone, what was the route? Walk us through that.
It was kind of a post route. So, I had an outside release and I had to cross back across the defender's face. We've been practicing it all week. Actually been practicing for a while now. So it's the first time we had it called, and, it worked. Q threw a great ball, and, same thing we've been doing all week. So it's nothing new, and got 2 feet down because I'm preparing for the NFL.
I was actually just expecting to make the tackle. It was a screen, and I saw the number 2 receiver bubbled down, so I just kind of reacted and was going to make the play. He looked up, and when he saw me, I think he tried to run without the ball, started bobbling it, and I took it. And then I had a lot of open green grass in front of me, so made a touchdown.
Now that you've gotten your first interception of the season, you going to shave the beard?
No. The beard's here. It's a couple of us guys came together and said, we're going to keep it until, we either lose or after the season. So we're planning on keeping it for a while.
Who else is involved in this?
Bruce, Deidrin, Spencer, Atkinson, our tight end. That's pretty much the 4 that kind of came together. And I think me, Bruce, and all of us came together for that because we're seniors and just kind of want to finish it off on the right note. So,
Who has the best beard out of the 4?
Me.
Well,
But it kind of sucks though because theirs isn't really growing and mine just keeps growing and it's kind of a pain in the butt.
It's unfair.
Yeah, I'm ready to shave it, but they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna keep it," and they got little beards, so it's all right.
Defensively, do you see anything different in the second half? They had some long receptions down the field, the quarterback run. You clamped them down in the second.
Yeah, they were a good offense. They came in here after a 600-yard performance, so we knew they were pretty explosive. Our quarterback can play some football. Kudos to the head coach. He had a good offensive plan. Second half, we made some adjustments. We came out here, kind of with a chip on our shoulder. We were able to stop them and kind of switch the momentum, and that was big time for us.
What do you think the key was to stopping them in that third quarter?
I just think you got guys, starting to understand the game plan a little more and kind of putting their foot in the ground and drawing a line in the sand and saying, we're not going to keep, allowing them big chunk yardage. I think you saw that. They drove a couple times. That first drive of the half, they came down and scored, and it was like, okay, we got to, the halftime adjustments didn't work there, but so we got to get it going. And the guys came together and we came out and we played with a purpose. So
They had a couple of 2 or 3 long downfield throws in single coverage. Are those things that can be cleaned up, correctable? Or is
100%. We were talking about it in the locker room. We just got to blitz better. We got to get better at blitzing. I think when you start talking about the one pressure, it's because the one high, it's because we're pressuring. We didn't get there today much, so we got to get our pass rush better. We got to get our blitzes better. But yeah, so that's easily correctable. And that guy had a lot of time in the pocket to make some of those down the field throws. So.
Well, it seems like he was under duress a lot. Maybe you were just a tick slow.
Yeah, we were a tick slow, but he trusted his arm and he trusted his receivers. I think that was their game plan. I think they knew we were a pressure team and they wanted vertical balls. So that's kind of what we saw a lot of, and that's what they did.
Blitzing and anything else specifically to work on during the bye week defensively?
I think just getting healthy. You come out of this game, a couple guys got nicked up, and we just kind of got to get healthy. And I think this bye week, came at a perfect time. 5 real physical games, and I think this bye week will be crucial to our success.